In this video, I'm going to show you the 3 steps you can take to make the best slides possible using Claude so you can not only stop paying for other AI tools like Gamma or GenSpark or spending way too much time manually creating them in PowerPoint, but also create even better outputs. My name is Sean and I'm an AI enablement engineer at a billion-dollar media company, and I go team to team helping them implement AI solutions just like this to make their processes more efficient. I'm going to walk you through the exact steps I use to take an online coach's client creation slide deck process and turn it from something that used to take 20 hours per week into a single Claude skill that takes under 20 minutes to run. First, we'll break down why Claude is better than these other AI tools like Gamma or manually creating slides in PowerPoint. Then we'll go over the optimal way you can set up Claude to get the best outputs possible. And lastly, we'll see how you can take this entire workflow and turn it into a single Claude skill that you can run with just one word in the chat. Let's get started. So first up, let's talk about why we even want to use Claude for slide deck creation in the first place. The most popular tool on the market right now for creating AI slide decks is Gamma. They actually offer a few different pricing plans here. Each one has their own limitations, and of course, as you pay more, you have less limitations and more capabilities. They do have a free plan, but they also have a plus plan that starts at $12 per seat, Pro plan at $25, and Ultra, which is $100. But there's a few different aspects that we want to take note of here. First off, there's a limitation to the number of slides you can put in your deck at each plan. If you want the ability to put over 20 slides in your deck, that means you're going to have to go with the Pro plan off the bat, which allows 60 cards per prompt. You can add more after the fact, but you're going to have to handle separating your prompt into multiple different phases in order to get all those slides into your deck. The other important figure to note is the monthly credits. The free plan gives you 400 credits to play with off the bat, and then it goes up from 1,000 to 4,000 to 20,000 as you go up in plans. I wrote down over here what you can actually use the credits for. So it takes 40 credits to make a single presentation. Adding a single card to each presentation takes 5 credits. If you want to chat with AI, that takes 10 credits. And of course, if you want to add images, that's going to cost more. Since you're limited with the amount of cards you can put in each presentation, depending on what you plan you're on, I broke down exactly how many cards you can get based on the amount of credits you have here. The thing is, you're probably going to get less with this because you'll be using some of the other AI features like one-off changes on a single slide deck, or redoing another slide deck, or chatting with the AI and generating images. The other thing about Gamma, which is actually pretty nice, is that they have a design theme. This means that you can customize your presentations based on who you're making them for. So if you're making it for your company, it can be an internal theme for your company, or if you make it for clients, you can put it directly in their theme. The problem with Gamma though is that this is a manual process. If you already have a slide deck that's built in the theme that you want, that's great, you can upload it and it will extract the theme for you. But if you don't, that means that you're gonna have to manually go in, create a theme, pick the colors, pick the fonts, some images, which can take a good amount of time to do, especially if you're changing themes often for new clients. But once you do have the theme, you can use it forever. When we're talking about the actual usage of Gamma, it's really only used for one thing, which is creating slide decks. So it's a pretty limited tool in what you can actually do compared to a tool like Claude, which we're gonna check out now, that has the ability to do so many different things besides just creating slide decks. Claude, on the other hand, also has a free plan, but it's super limited in how much you can chat with it. So you're probably going to want to start with a pro plan, which if you're paying monthly is going to be $20 per month. But the $20 pro plan of Claude is cheaper than the $25 pro plan within Gamma. Claude also doesn't have those manual limitations that Gamma has, like extracting the design themes and how many slides you can create in a deck. And I'll show you guys how to do all of that in the second step. And lastly, again, the usage of a tool like Claude is so much more broad than just creating slide decks like Gamma. With Claude, you can connect to hundreds of different tools and orchestrate everything directly from a single chat. Not only that, but you can then create a workflow to kick this all off in one command, what I'll show you in step 3, and even create workflows that run autonomously while you're sleeping. This is great and all, but how do we actually use Claude to create these slide decks now? That brings us to step 2, which is what is the optimal setup that we can use within Claude to get the best outputs possible. Now, the big thing we want to focus on here is context. There's 2 levels of context that we're going to want to focus on. The first one is the audience context. And this is information that's just about the audience that you're presenting to. I'll give you a real example that I've worked with to really drive the point. When I was working with this online coach, they had companies that would go to them for executive coaching. And each one of those companies had their own audience context. So these are things like a description about who the client is and what they do, information about all the stakeholders that you would need to know, all of the struggles that they're dealing with and the pain points that they've surfaced throughout all of your conversations, and even the design of their websites and their branding so that you know how to create the slide deck presentations. The other level of context is the presenter context. And these are things about you as the presenter that would be incorporated into the slides. So back to this online business coach example, that was the actual online business coach. They had their own way of teaching that we wanted to make sure was included within the presenter context. So that was information about their company, all about their coaching philosophy, the different frameworks that they like to use, and different worksheets that they use to create and hand out during the presentation. Let's jump over into Claude so I could show you what this really looks like in practice, and you could follow along with me to create this exact setup within your own Claude that uses context optimally. If you're anything like the client I'm working with, then you probably have some documents in a Google Drive. And this one is specifically about the audience. So you can see here there's 3 different documents. There's one that is a company overview, there's one that is conversations that I've had with the client, and there's another one that is stakeholders within the client. Now, what's important to know is that this is all consistent context, which means it's information that we have that isn't really going to change. I actually see a very similar setup for a lot of sales teams as well who are working with different accounts. They'll have all these documents for a specific account that they use to keep all this information, basically this context. What we're going to do is download all 3 of these items. Once we're downloaded, we're going to use a feature within Claude that's called projects. So if you go over here and click on projects within chat, what we'll do is create a new project for this audience. So for me, I'm going to call it the name of the audience, which is Meridian Logistics. So we'll create the project. And a project in Claude just keeps track of all memories so that you can use it for multiple conversations. So the idea is that you create this one project, and any presentation or slide deck that you're going to use for this audience, you'll be able to make it directly in this chat. What we'll do now is add those files that we downloaded as context for this project. So you can see that they're all added right here. Now, the one thing that we're missing is the design theme. If you remember in Gamma, there was a way to create a design theme specifically for a client, but we don't have that here. So what we're going to do is use a Claude skill that I created, and you can download completely free below in the description on extracting this design theme directly from the audience's website. I found the website here for Meridian Logistics. So what we're going to do is copy this URL, and we'll go into Claude again. And once you download the skill and upload it, all you have to do is type /design_md extractor, and then you paste the website name and click enter. From here, Claude's going to go onto the website and understand exactly what are the design themes that are used within the website, the colors, the fonts, everything like that, and pull that into a single design theme file. The skill just completed, and it created this preview that it was able to extract from the site. And it's pretty cool because the site even had bot protection, but it was able to get through that and get all the branding colors. So we can see here the different colors that it extracted. Some orange colors, it looks like. I guess it got it from, if we check out the actual website, I guess it got it from some of the background here. And it actually shows some imagery that created of shipping, air freight, ocean freight. So it extracted a lot of good information about it, and even the typography about it too. So the different fonts that it's using, the sizes, the weights, all of that. Information about the buttons, all the different form elements, the badges it uses. Pretty sweet. And it gives you this preview like within a browser of what this design theme looks like. But besides just putting it in a preview for you, it also creates what we actually need for our context now, which is this design.md file, which takes all that information that was in the preview and the info that it extracted and puts it in this readable form that AI likes to use. So what we'll do is we're going to download this as an MD file. And once we're back in our project, we're going to upload that file. And there we have it. Now that we've completed all the audience context, we need to think about the presenter context. And that's going to be all the information about us as the person or the company who's presenting. We have our online coaching company here, Apex Clarity. And within this folder in Google Drive, we have all the different documents that I'm working on myself and with my team. So think about a company overview about who we are and what we do, our philosophy that we like to teach in our coaching. We have the client worksheets and also the frameworks that we like to show in our coaching. One of the main differences here with this presenter context is that this is something that's in living, breathing documents, and that we might update and change what our philosophy is or some of the frameworks that we're using. We might add in a new framework that we want to teach or some new templates that we want to hand out in the form of worksheets. And because of this, we want to keep it within Google Drive, and we'll reference these files directly in Google Drive. So what that means is that we now need to connect the Google Drive connector to Claude. And we'll do that by going into our chat here, clicking this plus sign, going to connectors and doing add connector, and we'll browse. From here, we could type in Drive, and it's a pretty popular one. It should pop up, and you just need to select connect. And once you go through that whole sign-in process, it will give you directions going back to Claude that you can open it up and it will finish the connection. You can see that here how it's now connected and has access to all these different tools. And the important ones that we need is being able to read the file content. Back within our project, we need to make sure that the connection is enabled. So we will click this plus sign here, go to connectors, scroll down to our Google Drive, and make sure it's turned on. We're also going to provide some instructions to the project so it has an understanding of exactly what it has access to. So in this instruction sections, we'll add the plus sign and paste in some information like this. So this says that the project is used for the audience whose name is the title of the project. Information attached in the files to the project include the design theme of the audience, the conversational context with the audience, including their pain points, information about all the stakeholders in the audience, and an overview of the audience. As the presenter, you can find all information about me in the Google Drive folder called Apex Clarity, which includes company overview, coaching philosophy, worksheets, and frameworks. So you can see that this is super generic and something that I can use for every single project or every single audience. And the reason that we can is because me as the presenter will not be changing. All of this stuff is going to stay the same. While up here, this will be changing, but this is generic enough that it should work for anything because it's going to be looking at the title of the project to find the name of the audience. And if we keep the files the same, where there's always a design theme, conversational context, information about the stakeholders, and an overview of who the audience is, then this will always work. For the presenter, these are all files that we know we're going to be using every single time. But we can also say, feel free to use any files in that Drive folder as a reference. So in case you have a bunch of sheets or documents or PDFs that you want to use as context, this will know that it has access to that, but we are explicitly calling out these things. So now we'll just save the instructions and we're good to go to start creating the presentation. The cool thing about Claude is that it actually has a built-in PowerPoint presentation skill. So you can see here that it has a skill for PowerPoints here, and saying that it could basically create and edit and read different PowerPoint slide decks. A pretty common problem that I'm facing with my clients or these audiences is that they don't have clarity as a company. So I want to make a presentation about that so I can give it to them. So now all I'm going to say is this: create a PowerPoint presentation based on the audience, which is the information in the files, and about me as the presenter, which is information in the Google Drive folder. And this should be about having complete clarity on knowing what the client is doing. This is something that they're struggling with. And this specifically happens after having meetings and not really knowing what the next steps are. And we'll just run this. You can see that it actually started by reading that PowerPoint skill that we mentioned. And now it wants to actually access our Google Drive to get our information. So we'll always allow that. And this will allow it to grab the context in real time from Google Drive. So in case other people on your team or other people that you're working with are making changes to those files, they'll continue to do that, and this will always have the most updated information. Check it out. Claude just finished, and look at the slides that I made. Pretty solid. This is the exact branding of Meridian Logistics here. Let's make it a little bigger. So it says knowing exactly what your client is doing for post-meeting clarity and accountable next steps. So exactly the topic that we mentioned. And the visuals are solid, right? Going through all of the different steps here. And it actually ended up using the commitment contract framework that I have in my frameworks document. So if I go back to Claude here, it shows that slide 4 is the commitment contract. Yeah, right here. So it's the exact frameworks that I had within my Google Drive. It's now using that within the presentation. So pretty neat. And of course, you can make adjustments to individual slides or add more as you want, but I think this gets you a good 90% of the way there to where only slight tweaks are needed. And then of course from here you can download it as a PowerPoint or add it to your Google Drive as a Google slide. Let's wrap this up and turn the entire workflow that we just ran to create this presentation in Claude into a single skill that we can run with just one word in the chat. The easiest way to create a skill in Claude is actually using another skill that's built into Claude called the skill creator. And this skill is going to allow us to create any kind of presentation based on the context within the project, as long as we give it a topic to make the presentation about. So we'll say use /skill creator to create a skill that creates a presentation for the audience that this project uses, and always using the same information about the presenter, which is from the Google Drive. Keep this generic to work across any audience in any project, and looking at the project instruction to get information about that, and also look at the project instructions about the presenter as well. If a topic wasn't provided to you for what to make the presentation about, then make sure to ask for that as the first step before creating the presentation. This will be a PowerPoint, and then we'll click run. I just finished creating the skill here called audience presentation, and we can see the preview on the right here on basically what it's doing. So it's saying it's going to create a PowerPoint, use Google Drive. It says where it's going to get the information about both the presenter and the audience. And it walks through different steps here about getting the topic, reading the project instructions, getting the presenter info, reading information on how to make the PowerPoint, planning the actual slide structure, using the design.md file that we created in the beginning, and then actually building out the presentation. So in order to use this, we are going to click Save Skill. And it's as simple as that. It saves the skill, and we can manage it over here in our skills, and you should see audience presentation. So if we were to try that, we'll go back to our project here and we'll type /audience presentation, and we'll say about leadership. And then that should be all we need to do. We gave it the topic, so now we'll be able to run the whole skill on its own about the topic of leadership, and we will see at the end what kind of presentation it makes. The leadership presentation just finished, and we can see here, again, it's following the design theme of the Meridian Logistics company that we extracted in the Markdown file, and it's actually using the frameworks again from our Google Drive here, the clarity map. So we'll actually pick the framework that best fits the presentation, and it found that that one actually worked best for this leadership one. Now you know exactly why you should be using Claude to create these presentations instead of other AI tools like Gamma or creating them manually in PowerPoint. You know the optimal way to set up Claude with projects and contexts in order to get the best outputs. And you know how to turn the entire workflow into a single repeatable executable skill in the chat using just a single word. Now you're probably thinking of all the different ways that you can use Claude to improve the other workflows that you're using. But Claude actually created a plugin called Claude for Small Business that has a whole bunch of different skills and different connectors that handle different parts of your business like accounting, marketing, HR, operations, and more. If you want to learn how to use Claude with this plugin, then go ahead and check out the video that I have right here.